Radio Raheem here with Sugar Ray Leonard. Listen, Sugar Ray, you know, I'm sure that people have been asking you since you stepped out of the ring for the last time to sit ringside, to commentate, to talk about the fights. What made you think that this was the venue for you? This is where you wanted to come in and impart your wisdom?
Well, you know, having the opportunity to work with Mob Albert and Al Michaels, BJ Flores and Layla Ali. I mean, that kind of company is so incredible. The boxers here are looking for that superstardom level. The fact that it's primetime, NBC, it's, you know, my amateur career was on network television, and so I know the power and the excitement of fighting on television, on networks, and I'm excited. I'm really excited, man, because I've been with these kids, with these young guys want to go.
You know, guys like me, these fighters right now, they've never seen live network television show boxing at this level. What do you feel like it's going to do for the sport in the next generation of boxing fans and fighters?
It's going to rejuvenize the sport. It's going to give it that shot of adrenaline. The fact that there's a lot of boxing fans out there who can't afford to pay pay-per-view, you know, that's just a fact. The fact that they'll get these kids, I keep saying kids, they are kids to me, but these young boxers have a chance to showcase their talent, show who they're made of, tell people who they are, be reintroduced to the public, and I think it's a wonderful thing.
You know, you talk about the fighters wanting to tell people who they are and show themselves. Well, I think this generation, you could correct me, may be the most boisterous generation of boxers we've seen.
You'll get a feedback very, very quickly. You get a response very, very quickly, and that's good. I mean, the fact that you will get a response very quickly.
You know, when we talk about Floyd Mayweather, obviously the biggest draw in the sport right now, and him talking about himself as TBE, I think a lot of people feel like you have a claim to that. What do you think when you hear Floyd Mayweather talk about himself as the best ever, and how do you rank maybe the top 3 fighters of all time?
Well, I'm not in a position to rank. I don't feel comfortable ranking, but Mayweather, he's the man now, without question. You know, give it to him. He deserves the prop. I just don't have to do that.
A lot of people think that you would beat Mayweather and Pacquiao, so it's incumbent upon me to ask you the question, how do you see that fight shaking out, and who do you see coming away with the victory?
Well, you have to give a slight edge, psychological edge, mental edge, spiritual edge to Mayweather. He hasn't lost yet, so he gets that credit. But, you know, this fight is so super significant and important to them. This is going to go on their resume. This is going to go on touch their legacy. This fight is about bragging rights. They've made the money. The money's guarantees. They can be banked. So it's about bragging rights.
And looking down the line, now that you are, you know, officially in the commentary chair, is this something that you want to go on with? Is it a one-off? How long do you see yourself talking about the sport? And what do you feel like you bring to this next generation? These guys, they must ask you for your opinion, your advice.
Oh, this will not be a one-on. I mean, this is what I do. This is what I've done for 40-some years, and I love it. I love giving these young boxers advice and guidance or directions or what have you. You know, and listen, boxing gave me boxing gave me and made me what I am today.
What is the one thing that you would tell a fighter coming up, a guy on the cusp, like you know, an Adrian Bronner or a Thurman, or these guys who are still trying to break through and take reins of this sport? What would you tell them to do or think about?
Well, first of all, there are no shortcuts to stardom, to being the champ, and be respectful not only of yourself but of your opponent.
Sugar Ray, I mean, I can't tell you how much of a pleasure and an honor it is to talk to you and see you at these fights every time. Radio Raheem.